All right, good evening. Mic check. Mic check. Mic check.
All right, good evening. Mic check.
There we go.
Mic check.
All right, we are live. Guys, it's the world's first and only dark-skinned activist, Rashida Strober. I want to say good evening to everyone. And it's been so long since I have done a StreamYard live stream. So it took me a little minute to get this thing together, to go in and be able to open up the chat and get everything together, because I haven't done it in so long. For those of you that don't know, my channel was hacked as a result of my dark skin activist work. My channel was hacked for about 5 months, and I'm just now within the month of February getting it back. And I just got back on here, I want to say maybe about a week ago. So there were some settings that was changed on my channel when it was hacked. So I found myself having to relearn everything again. So bear with me. Like I said, I just had to go in and figure out how to open up the chat box for discussion and how to open up the comment section for discussion. But I'm back. I'm here. Rashida Strober, the world's first and only dark-skinned activist, is in the building. I'm back. I never stop. I never quit. I ain't going nowhere. Long live the dark-skinned activists. All right. So tonight I'm here to speak on the fact that there are so many people who, after me, started speaking about colorism and darkism. After me. And that's very important. After me. It's very important that I speak on this, and it's very important that I continue to put out the truth. You know, some wonder, well, why do you keep talking about people copying you? Why do you keep talking about people stealing from you? Well, because this is my legacy. I'm not going to sit back and watch people take from what I created on YouTube, steal, manipulate, and act like, you know, it's something that they created out of their own brainchild, and, you know, get views off of it without me saying something. Yeah, they might be doing it, which these people have done and they continue to do. But I also have control over whether or not I open my mouth and I tell the truth. And I tell whoever's willing to listen the truth about how the topic even came to YouTube. And I'm here and I'm going to keep on speaking on it. And the thing is this, some of you may wonder, well, where does your inspiration come to speak about people taking from you, people plagiarizing you, people speaking on colorism when they didn't do it before and not giving credit to where it's due? Well, it actually comes from YouTube. See, the thing is, my channel is the longest running colorism / darkism / dark skin channel on YouTube. And so because of that, you know, YouTube makes suggestions to me based on the type of channel I have, you know, based on their algorithms. And so they make these suggestions. You know, if you look on the right hand side or however it shows up on your device, you'll see suggestions based on what you're watching. And I continue to see people that YouTube is presenting to me that are talking about colorism. And it pisses me off because I'm looking at these people and I know that they got it from somebody that 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 got it from Rashida Strober. And I look at these people and I look at them take views, take money out of my pocket, take credit, and I don't like it. And I'm here to speak out on it. I don't like people benefiting off of my work. And that is what has happened in the aftermath of me introducing this platform. You see, the way that people started to even discuss, and I want people to understand that I'm putting this information out continuously because it's my legacy. It is my legacy of what I have offered to this world in terms of my humanitarian efforts to stop colorism and what I call darkism. And unscrupulous people on social media, on YouTube, they have found a way to utilize something that I know that they never talked about before and turn it into financial gain and views for themselves. And I have a big problem with that. I don't like for other people who haven't discussed colorism previously, who haven't had a track record of speaking out against colorism before the internet. Those people are manipulative. They're doing it for views. And yes, I'm here to say it. I might be the only one saying this, but that's okay. Because at one time I was the only one talking about colorism. And then look what happened. Everybody came along and stole from me. So, I have a problem with it. If you look at any channel that's talking about colorism right now, some of these channels are gossip channels that are jumping on the Rashida Strober colorism, darkism train. These people previously only covered gossip. Some of these people specialize in, things that had nothing to do with colorism. Like I said, they were gossiping about celebrities. They was talking about hair weave, might have been talking about makeup, might have been talking about food, might have been talking about dating and relationships, may have been talking about clothing, but they were never talking about colorism. I'm the only YouTube channel that specialized in it from day one. And then people with big platforms stole from me. And I'm going to say this until the day I die, because it's the truth. And I believe that at some point, all the wrongs that I have suffered, I believe that at some point, I believe that they're going to be righted. I hope you guys could see the chat box. I just put into the chat box how you can support my work, the real dark skin activists, not these fake people that didn't give a damn about colorism. You can support me by 3 ways. You can go to my Cash App, which is $Rashidalala. Once again, $Rashidalala. That's my Cash App. You can go to my PayPal. My PayPal is icecreamladydream@yahoo.com. Once again, icecreamladydream@yahoo.com. You can also go to my GoFundMe, and I put the GoFundMe in the chat box. And so either one of those, I would appreciate any contributions, because I'm actually fighting the real dark skin activist fight while people are stealing from me and faking it for views. So here's the facts. The facts is, you're not going to find a channel now that's speaking about colorism, whether they're covering it on their channel as a consistent topical format, or whether they're just talking about it here and there. You're not going to find another channel on YouTube that came before my channel talking about colorism and dark skin issues. I am the creator of that on social media, on YouTube. It started with me. Let's go back to some of the history, because I got to keep putting this history out here so that people will know and understand the truth, because I know that somebody out there is listening to the truth, and it's only right that I do my due diligence and that I keep putting out the truth. So first of all, I started dark skin activism in 1998. When and I can guarantee you, none of these people that's talking about colorism, not Vanessa Bell Calloway. I saw some article where she was hollering about colorism, and this is just recently in 2021, you jumping on the train. Not Lupita Nyong'o, didn't give a damn about talking about dark skin when she first came out. Certainly no YouTuber. None of these people, with the exception of a woman named Cola Booth, who I'm always pay homage to, because she's the only real one that spoke in regards to advocacy about colorism before there was YouTube. I'm going to do a little bit of screen sharing. She's the only one that I can actually give credit to. The rest of these people are your frauds. If YouTube did not exist, let me tell y'all something. If YouTube didn't exist, none of these people would give a damn. They did it after I put it on the map, after years of working hard to get it out there. Let's see. Donkey, hold on, of the day, Rashida Strober. Okay. I'm gonna show y'all how this topic came about and how people started stealing from me. Okay. These are just a little bit of the articles that you can go back to, and you'll see. Look at the dates. I want y'all to focus on the dates. The dates. Look at these people's videos. What date? And look at the dates that I started talking about this, not just on my channel, but the date that really blew colorism up online. It started, even though I started dark skin activism in 1998 and worked my way up and worked hard from a grassroots and brought it online. What I'm saying is in 2015, that's when dark skin activism and the topic of colorism blew up on the internet after I made a post about Kendrick Lamar, and platforms like The Breakfast Club made me donkey of the day. And that was around April 2015. After April 2015, if you go back and look at these people's channel, that is when, after April 2015, these folks started talking about colorism. And it took me getting all this attention, because see, they didn't know it was attention and talking about colorism. They had no idea. They didn't know you could build a YouTube channel talking about colorism until Rashida Strober put it on the map. None of these people, I don't care who they are on YouTube, I don't care what celebrity, these people stole from me. Because again, all you have to do, an intelligent person has to do, is look at the dates. That's it. And you, an honest, intelligent person, can clearly see that I started this entire trend. And I'm very angry about people profiting off of what I started, and I had to take the heat for it. There's not enough words in the English language to explain the anger that I have towards the Black community online for stealing from me. And this is why Black people will never get anywhere on a worldwide scale. We're going to always be at the bottom, because you know what? We don't even respect each other. If these people had any decency, they would have said, you know what? Rashida Strober started this off. You know, Rashida Strober is the one that made this colorism topic pop, you know, but all they did was they said, she's hit something. You know how some people they'll admire you in private, be envious of you in private, and wish that they could have done what you did, but they didn't do it. But the best they could do, especially if they have a bigger platform, is steal. That's happened with famous people all the time, where you have a situation where a famous person, maybe they don't have the talent, maybe they don't have the looks, but it's a person that don't got a big platform, but they got something special that person with this huge platform doesn't have. And they feel that, okay, because I got this big platform, you know, I'm going to go and I'm going to take what you got. That's happened a lot, where you had, for example, record label owners, should I say, that they ain't had a talent to rap. They ain't had a swag. Okay. But maybe they was the owner of the record label, and they, you know, had influence over an artist that had that talent, that had that natural ability, and they stole it from them because they're in a position to do so with a bigger platform. That is exactly what happened to Rashida Strober, the dark skin activist. None of you YouTubers, I don't care who you are, talking about colorism, you didn't have the foresight to see it as a topical discussion. You didn't give a damn about it until I made it popular. And every last one of you owe me money, compensation. You owe me. You stole from me. You're not original. I want to make this crystal clear. None of these people that are speaking on colorism did not have the idea to bring colorism to the internet, to YouTube, to social media as a topic. I am the person that created that blueprint. And again, all one has to do is go do a Google search of me, and you're going to find out that I have been doing this way before there was social media. I am the only one that can say it. No YouTuber can say that. They can only say that they just started. They probably built up a channel on whatever topic they was on, saw that colorism was now popping and said, let me get a piece of that pie. They're stealing. This is how Black folks do each other. Y'all, some of y'all are very dirty. Some of y'all are simply low down and dirty, and I got no respect for you. And y'all can say what y'all want. I'm always gonna have the naysayers. They always been there. I don't care. Like I said, this is my legacy. I'm gonna talk about it until I feel like stopping, because I want people to know, whoever God got meant to listen to this, that my own Black people stole from me. And the irony of it is, when I became Donkey of the Day, everybody said I was crazy. There are videos of people on YouTube right now who bashed me and basically said I was crazy. But you turned around and stole from the crazy woman. You turned around and started talking about dark skin. You got it from me. All of y'all are benefiting off of my work. And yes, I'm angry. I'm embittered. I'm enraged. I see these people as evil. I see them as manipulative. They do not give a damn about dark-skinned people. They care about views. Now that they know, because of Rashida Strober putting dark skin and colorism on the map, which was not there before me, I created a market and y'all stole from it. Y'all did not create anything. And I want that to be clear. On my deathbed, I want that. If nothing else is not known and understood, I want it to be known that Black people on YouTube stole from my original work. I want people to know that any person that's talking about colorism, darkism, dark skin, with the exception of a woman named Cola Booth, I'm not talking about Cola Booth. The rest of them stole. You're not original. You're not the originator of the colorism conversation. Rashida Strober is. And the truth bears repeating. You know, the whole thing that jumped off the colorism conversation via myself, Rashida Strober, is when I spoke out on Kendrick Lamar. Let me tell you, you got people now coming on. Here's the articles right here. Some people refer to me as a Black female activist. The articles, some of them still online to this day. Look at the dates, 2015. Folks just not talking about it. You're stealing. That's why when I seen the whole thing with Vlad TV, I'm gonna make a whole nother live about that. I seen a thing online or on YouTube in the suggestions with Vlad TV talking about Bianca. What is this chick? Bianca made dark-skinned girls popular. I'm like, what the hell? She ain't make no dark-skinned girls popular. She is a product of social media. She came after me. She's sitting back watching people on YouTube just like anybody else. She from that era. She is copying and falling within my blueprint. So, you know, Vlad TV, if you ever listen to this, you are lying. How dare you give credit to this chick? She ain't done nothing for no dark-skinned girl. She benefited off it. She ain't start dark-skinned activism. I started dark-skinned activism. I own the trademark. I own the trademark to the phrase dark-skinned activist and dark-skinned activism. Why? Because I created it out of my own brain. That's Rashida Strober. That's this woman right here, Rashida Strober. That's not Bianca. She is a benefactor or a beneficiary of my work. Vlad, you're a liar. You're a flat out liar. I'm here to continue to dispel the myths. How you gonna give credit to people that ain't did half of what I've done? This heifer ain't write no books. What books have she written? What movement did she start? How dare you give credit to other people that had absolutely nothing? This woman didn't even know that dark skin was a topic. Same thing with the Breakfast Club. Amara La Negra. Hold on. Amara La Negra. The Breakfast Club brought this woman on in 2018 talking about colorism. 2018 now. 3 solid years after I was made donkey of the day for talking about colorism and Kendrick Lamar. How can y'all sit there and not see that people are stealing from me? How can y'all not see that? How can y'all not see that I have been ripped off? Y'all ain't gotta see it. I know the truth. That's why I'm here exposing it. I'm never gonna stop talking about it. I'm never gonna stop exposing it, because this is what I'm supposed to do. This is what God intends for me to do. From Fat Boy said, we don't respect one another and we hate each other. Why do we do this to ourselves? Keep fighting, Rashida. Thank you. And you're absolutely right. I could not agree with you more. The reason why this has been allowed to happen to me is because of just what you said. The Black community does not have any respect for Black creators of a product. If we see that it's something that's good, even if it was previously written off as being bad, like dark skin was, nobody ever cared about talking about no dark skin. Nobody cared about that until they saw all the attention that I garnered from being from talking about Kendrick Lamar. Then they said, "Oh, I could talk about this on my YouTube channel, and I could get money from this." But you didn't care about it before there was YouTube. You didn't care about it before there was money in it. You only cared about it after me. I put blood, sweat, and tears in it. The real blood, sweat, and tears. The hard work of speaking in the community. The hard work of writing the books. The hard work of going to the media and building up a platform. The hard work of coming up with a brand name, building an entire brand about only dark skin, which I am still the only person to do to this day. Because you see, sometimes people will try to copy you, but because it ain't in them, they don't got the longevity to keep doing it over and over. It's only so long you could keep up a facade. You're going to get tired of that shit. You come along and want to be the dark skin activist and talk about colorism, but after a while, you're going to get tired of that because it's not really in you. You are simply trying to take something away from somebody else that you see that built something from the ground up that you feel is, oh, that's valuable now. And I got a platform like YouTube to use it on. But at the end of the day, if it's not really in you to do, you're going to fall by the wayside. Rashida Strober is always going to be the last one standing on this colorism, darkism thing. Make no mistake about that. I'm just simply calling out people stealing from me, the Black community, how they stole and ripped me off and used me and all the nasty things that they did to me. I'm just simply calling it out. But I will be the last ones because I'm going to keep doing my dark skin activism. This right here, what I'm doing right now, is my dark skin activism. Calling out people that stole from me. People that didn't believe in what I was speaking about. People that didn't believe in dark skin. They had no belief in dark skin. That's the thing. You didn't. Here's the thing, y'all. This is what you got to understand. These people, it did not register to them that dark skin was even something worthy of talking about until my work came along. You didn't know what you didn't know. Because again, if it did, you would have some type of movement platform that existed before YouTube. Until you young people that's stealing and taking and coming online, talking about colorism and dark skin, acting like it's something that you're original about. You're not original. I am the reason why you're speaking about it. What you're doing isn't unique. What you're doing is not original. What you're doing, I've already done, and done more work than you'll probably ever do in your lifetime. I've laid the blueprint for it. So, you know, I had one young lady that that reached out to me. There's been some people that have reached out to me, and because they know that I originated this lane, I started the entire colorism conversation online. I started dark skin activism. I'm the source. They became interested in it and reached out to me and wanted to do interviews. And some of those people, as a result, have gone on to start their own website. And you know, I'm kind of ambivalent about it, but at the same time, I got to respect those people because they know they knew in their heart that they saw one of my interviews or went to my website because they emailed me and said, hey, I want to interview you. And they wanted to do something regarding colorism as a result, but they had the decency and the respect to come to me and say, well, I want to interview you. And, you know, and some of these people have done their research really good on me. And, you know, I got to respect that aspect of it because they could have been thieves like the rest of them and just said, you know what, I'm going to go in. I saw her work low key. I saw her work because a lot of these Black YouTubers, they know who I am. Even from the biggest to the smallest, they know. Child, please. They know. So this is how some Black people do. They'll sit back low key hating. They'll say, oh yeah, I saw her work, but I ain't going to give her no credit. There was one YouTuber supposed to be pro-Black. And I remember when the Kendrick Lamar thing broke out, several Black people, they were so nasty that they didn't want me to get the recognition for what I actually created. They made videos about me and wouldn't say my name. The videos got thousands and thousands of views from some of these people, but they didn't want to say my name because they were jealous because I was able to garner attention around colorism, something that Black folks had previously disregarded. And they like, damn, I wish I would have thought of that first. So I ain't gonna get this bitch no shine. I'm gonna talk about it on my channel with my followers. Some of them got big YouTube channels, and I ain't gonna even say her name. That's how nasty and evil some of y'all are. That's why we will never get anywhere as a people, because y'all are low down. Some of y'all, not all, but a lot of y'all are low down, especially on YouTube. You low down, you sneaky, you evil. Some of y'all got big YouTube followings and y'all still, you got no originality. What it is let me just break it down to you. Some of them got lucky with the YouTube algorithms. It's not because their channel is so great. It's not because, oh, all these people know you. Some of y'all got lucky with YouTube promoting you. Don't think it's all about you. And I know this for a fact. Okay. But instead of you doing what's right, what you've done is you sat back, you watched smaller YouTubers, people that you felt like, oh, it ain't a lot of people watching, with great, wonderful, brilliant, unique, original ideas, and you stole. These are all facts. This is what Black YouTube does. They sit back. I've seen people do this. I will make a video about a topic, original shit. I'm not watching people videos. I do the shit from my heart. Whatever y'all hear me come on here and say, I do it from my heart. I made this channel from scratch, from my heart. I ain't watched nobody video. I wasn't inspired by nobody but Rashida Strober before that was the internet. Okay. But some people will sit back and low key watch other people. They got big YouTube channels, but they don't have the creativity. They don't have the originality. They have the numbers, but no originality. And so what they do is they sit back and steal. And then they try to speak about it in a matter-of-fact tone, like this is something I've been doing. You're a fucking lie. It's not something you've been doing. You're stealing it. And I'm speaking specifically about colorism. Now, there's some there's other topics that people, I'm pretty sure, that have stolen ideas from other YouTubers. It's not just the topic of colorism. And believe me, my heart goes out to people that has happened to, because I know, I understand, and I don't condone it. It's wrong. It's wrong. is dead ass wrong. I like originality. I don't like copycats. I don't care how big a person is. You know, one of the people that stole ideas after he chased me down for an interview, Angel Ramirez Jordan. This was back in 2015. Kept on messaging me and inboxing me. This is where karma comes in. He basically stole my concept. This man wasn't talking about no colorism. But when he saw all that media that I got from the Kendrick Lamar, which I wasn't even trying to do that. I was just being the dark skin activist. I was not trying to go viral. I was being me. This separates me from the fakes. This is what I'm trying to tell y'all. He wanted a piece of the action. So he kept on inboxing me on Facebook, saying something to the effect of, do you know who I am? I didn't know who the hell he was. Oh, yo, I don't know you. And he kept asking me for an interview. I granted him the interview, and he wanted to keep working with me after that. And then we did the interview. We both mutually agreed that we would put the interview on our channels. I said, you can put my interview, because it was our interview together. I said, you can put it on your channel. It was on there for years. And then he started stealing from my content. Next thing I know, he went from Black relationships to talking exclusively about colorism, because he had the views, he had the numbers. So he saw what I had was good and started stealing and taking. That's what he did. All facts. Y'all can say whatever y'all want. Hey, I'm only here to tell the truth on what happened to me. This is the straight up truth. Be mad all y'all want. I don't care. The haters are going to continue to hate. 99% of hate is nothing but jealousy and envy, because I'm mad because I'm bold enough to tell the truth. And karma came back to get him. Karma always gonna come back on you. So, you know, it's just terrible. No. Well, I have to disagree with you. Straight from the gate. You're saying it's okay to be a copycat as long as you're copying the right cat. I don't agree with that, because when you say that, you're minimizing and marginalizing their artists and their creation, and it's saying it's okay for people to steal from other people's original ideas that they've put their life work into. That's absolutely not okay. People that steal from other people, you're trash. I count you among the lowest of the low. And again, I don't go off of how many views you got. If what you're doing is wrong and immoral, you're trash to me. You're not a good, decent human being. RV, Rashida stole from other real YouTubers. Oh, is that so, RV? Well, the only thing I would ask you regarding that is compare the date stamps, the YouTube channels, in terms of the date stamps, the year that the video was made. Compare the year of my dark skin TV channel to the year of other people talking about colorism. And I guarantee you mine is going to come first in terms of the year, because I started doing this first. I led this movement up. I'm the originator. So what you're saying is not true. But, anyway, continue on. Straight from the Gate says, is this for real? People have been speaking about colorism since post-construction. Okay, let me address that. Yes, this is very real. What I am saying to you, and this is something that is irrefutable. Let's define what we're talking about. And this is an argument that I've gotten from a lot of people that don't understand. Either they don't understand or they don't want to understand, because I've explained this more times than I can count. I am not talking about speaking about colorism. I'm not talking about having a conversation about colorism. Of course, there's been people speaking about colorism. That's not what I'm talking about. What I said and what I've maintained from the very beginning is I am the first person, the first activist, the first creator of a movement to create a movement specifically for the eradication of colorism and darkism. There is no other movement that preceded it. We are not talking about it. We're talking about creating a movement, a brand with a specific intent and purpose to eradicate colorism and darkism. Dark skin activism is the very first and only movement to do that. There is not another movement. So you're not being honest. So what I like to do is to tell you and others like you, because the devil is in the details, and take that argument, ball it up, and throw it in the trash, because you cannot prove, you will not be able to. No one's been able to do this. And I've challenged people more times than I could count. Show me, and then you got to give me the details. You can't come to me with flimsy evidence. Show me the movement. I need the name, the date, when, who, where, what, how. I need the details of any movement that is equal to dark skin activism, that precedes dark skin activism. You're not going to be able to find it. No one has been able to do it because it doesn't exist. But that's the nature of some of our people. That is the nature of some of our people. They would rather lie and steal and deceive for their own gain than to just simply be honest. And I promise y'all, this is why we as a people have a problem progressing on a worldwide level in mass. And when I talk about in mass, I mean with Black people in the aggregate, Black people as a whole, not just one Black person making it out the hood or a handful of Black people making it out the hood. We're not going to progress if we are pulling each other down and taking from each other. And YouTube is another form of the crab in the barrel mentality, where you have some big YouTubers who happen to get lucky to figure out the algorithms and get a lot of views. They happen to get lucky that decided, here's a talented, unique, creative YouTuber, but they don't have a lot of views, so I'm going to take from them and pass it off as mine. That, my friends, is a crab in the barrel mentality. That's what's going on in Black YouTube. And it is a situation where Black people have taken that type of slave mentality. It's a remnant of slavery. They've taken that. We've taken that with us as a community everywhere we go and in everything we do. Understand? And we've taken that mentality, that crab in the barrel mentality that is a byproduct of slavery. We've taken that to the internet now, where we're still going to do crab in the bucket things. We're still going to try to tear each other down. We're still going to be dishonest with each other. We're still going to take from each other. Because, there's crumbs. I know there's crumbs. We get the crumbs. We get the crumbs. You ain't got to tell me. We get the crumbs. I get it. It's like it's only enough of crumbs to go around for Black folks. They only leave so much. And so what we're doing, even on YouTube, is we are fighting over the crumbs. So if a Black person like me comes up with a great idea, such as dark skin activism and creating a channel about colorism, the crabs got to come out and fight for the crumbs and take from me so that they can get their crumbs. They got to push me out the way in order to be able to get their crumb pie. That's what's going on. Straight up. Yes, go to my Cash App and make a contribution. I want to let everybody know that I am in a current lawsuit litigation with Tommy Sotomayor over copyright infringement And I have incurred and continue to incur legal fees. And I'm asking you to support me. I am leading this movement. I'm probably the first person to file a lawsuit of this kind and to step up to the plate and fight back. There's literally probably hundreds of other people that Tommy Sotomayor has done this to, but I'm standing up to him. And I ask y'all to stand in solidarity with me and make a contribution. The Cash App, I'm putting it in the chat box. It's $Rashida Once again, it's $Rashida. You can also go to my GoFundMe. The GoFundMe, let me just go to it right quick. Give me a second. And you can make a donation there. I've got several ways that you can make a contribution. Help me get to that $10,000, y'all. Those of you that believe in my work, those of you that know that people all over YouTube have stolen from my work, I'm not so sure I want to call it being inspired by my work, but go make a contribution. I just put my GoFundMe in there. You can also go to my PayPal if you'd like, and you can make a donation there. The PayPal is icecreamladydream@yahoo.com. Once again, icecreamladydream@yahoo.com. I'm gonna put that PayPal in there. And again, like I said, I have been in a legal battle, and I'm always looking for funding, financial support to keep my case moving along, because I've incurred a ton of legal fees and I continue to incur those legal fees. And I'm asking that you would please go and make a contribution. Once again, the PayPal is icecreamladydream@yahoo.com. The Cash App is $Rashida. Once again, $Rashida. So yeah, I just want y'all to understand, for those of you that don't know, those of you that may be confused, you may be wondering, because some people are really inquisitive and they're smart and they want to know what's the origin story. For those of you that want to know, where did this whole colorism conversation come from on YouTube? Where did this whole colorism conversation come from, even on reality TV? Because of y'all reality TV helpers done stole. Y'all got handlers watching social media. You cannot convince me in a million years that these people don't have handlers watching social media that are sitting there waiting to steal the next best idea. How y'all got to think about this? How the hell do y'all think these people are coming up with the idea to talk about colorism? It's not coming out of their head naturally. Absolutely not. Because again, if it was, it would have been something that they would have done before the emergence of social media. And anybody that's talking about it within a certain age group, it's because of people like me that was doing this darkism discussions, colorism discussions, creating the movement prior to YouTube that brought it and gave you the platform and the ideas to talk about it now. It's not your original. I don't like it when people claim stuff that doesn't belong to them. Don't claim things that don't belong to you. Be honest about it and tell the truth. That's the problem. That is the major problem that I'm having. I'm having problems with people nonchalantly discussing colorism as if they just brilliantly pulled it from out of the air. I'm going to break down colorism in this. Bullshit. You don't watch the person that watched my video. That person before them watched my video. Again, it all comes back to me. It is my brainchild. Y'all call it arrogant all day. I don't care. I'm only concerned about the truth. That's it. I'm only concerned about the truth. So I think that for now, and I've said everything I needed to say. Whenever the spirit hits me, I come and I talk about my truth, because again, there's phases and levels to dark skin activism. And right now, this is the phase and the level of legacy and helping people to understand how and why the topic of colorism came to social media, and helping them to understand where it all comes from and that it did not just come out of the thin air. and their favorite YouTuber is not that brilliant. Their favorite YouTuber that's talking about colorism got it from Rashida Strober. Once again, if you want to make a contribution, you can go to my Cash App, $Rashidalala. Once again, $Rashidalala. You can go to my PayPal, icecreamladydream@yahoo.com. Look out for my upcoming performance of my upcoming play, A Dark-Skinned Woman's Revenge. And that's also the book name that I wrote as well, A Dark-Skinned Woman's Revenge. So all the updates that I have regarding performances and that kind of thing, I will be putting that on my website. And also, I will be Jasmine. Also, I will be putting it. I'll also come onto YouTube and let you know about any performances that I might be doing. So yeah, but yeah, that's all I had to say tonight. And I want to thank everybody for listening to Rashida Strober, the world's first and only dark-skinned activist. And y'all have a wonderful evening.